Hey, I'm Heather. I'm a sexuality empowerment coach, and if you're watching this video on the day it's released, then it is Black Friday in the States, and in Canada it's November 29th. But both those things mean that giving season is almost on us, so I thought it'd be fun to talk a little bit about some sex toys, just in case you wanted to get something fun and frisky for someone on your list. This week I thought it would be fun to talk about sex toys specifically for penises, because I think those don't get as much mention and as much coverage as, sex toys for vulvas or clitorises or butts even. So, and I'm not saying male, I'm not saying men, I'm just specifically saying penises. They're basically three types, okay? You've got your rings, you've got your sleeves, and you've got your vibrators. Cock rings, or cock snaps are the most common type of rings. Some of them have a little place for a vibrator to go. Some of them have jelly knobs, any of those things, and they kind of like they're a ring clearly, and you snap them around the base of the cock and wear them either while you're masturbating or while you're having sex, any of those things. If you were going to be purchasing a ring for yourself, definitely go for silicone because they get really messy. They're down in amongst all the fun bits, right? So they get really messy and really unclean pretty quick. And silicone makes for a lot easier cleanup. You can just throw it in a pot of boiling water on the stove for a little bit and it will stay safe, it will stay clean, and then it's good to go again. Sleeves are things that you put your penis into. So probably the most familiar one would be fleshlights. They come in all shapes and all sizes and have all sorts of little things on the inside of the tunnel so that you can get all sorts of unique stimulation. Tenga eggs are also similar sleeve types. They're smaller, they come in a little egg, you pull them open, and you use them like that. And the Cobra Libre is another toy designed kind of like a sleeve. You put your penis inside, and it does all sorts of stimulating things. Um, Probably one of the biggest hindrances to the sleeves is the cost. Fleshlights are a little bit of an investment. Not overly, but if you've never used one before and you aren't sure what you're gonna like, then it can be like an intimidating hindrance factor. So I totally recommend checking out the Tenga eggs. You can usually get a pack of, half a dozen, like a little egg carton. It's super cute. And then you can try out different styles. Some have knobs, some have, zigzags, some have nothing at all. And you can play with them and see what works for you and your penis and what you actually like. Don't forget to use lube when you're using sleeves, otherwise things will get really, really frictiony really quick. The last type is vibrators, and vibrators for men, you see a little bit of play, or sorry, not for men, but for penises, you see a little bit of play on cock rings. Sometimes if you're using anal toys, there's prostate massagers with vibrating capabilities, any of those things. But some people like to have their balls vibrated. And that can be a little bit of a frustration when you're shopping for a vibrator because vibrators that are designed for clitorises often are, high concentrated stimulation in one spot, which is good for some people and not good for other people. So two of the vibrators I would recommend checking out if you like vibration on your balls would be the Siri by Lilo or Fresh by Leaf. And both of those vibrators have a, how does it work if I do this? Have a wider, flatter surface. So when you're palming, it's a little bit more comfortable. The vibrations are spread out a little bit further. So I hope that provides you a little bit of information about different sex toys you can use for penises, and I hope it inspires you to try out some. Yeah, and add that to your sex life and see how it works for you. Talk to you next week.